Alright, so this has been a long time coming. You know, nostalgia is a very powerful thing. A little over 20 years ago, Mattel decided to try to cash in on a little nostalgia and brought back He-Man, or He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And so they got these lovely redesigned versions of He-Man and Skeletor and several of the classic characters from the original early 80s toy line. Here we see an example of the mainline He-Man figure, complete with his redesigned power sword and shield. Unfortunately, my copy is lacking its axe, but the important thing is it's a very nice figure, very well sculpted, with all the original play features, but included additional articulation and detail over the original figures from the 80s. But there was another line at the same time, the same toys, and with the same designs, more or less, brought to you by McDonald's. And McDonald's had gotten these toys made directly by Mattel themselves, with sculpts at least as good as, if not in some cases better, than some of the official toys from the main line. And today I think I'll do a quick video on some of them. So let's get started. Starting with He-Man. This was number 1 in the toy line from McDonald's. This is unopened at the moment, but this particular version of He-Man is more or less the same sculpt as the bigger figure, with some of the same play features. And we're going to open it after 20 plus years. So let's just do that. I'm going to pause. And here we have the McDonald's version of He-Man, complete with the instructions. The other figures available in the line. Unfortunately, I don't have Man-at-Arms, Ram Man, yes, or Orko. But we'll look at everyone else today. He-Man is, like I said, nicely sculpted. This has been sitting in a poly bag for 20 years, but he still looks pretty great. Unfortunately, this particular figure doesn't have any motion at the shoulders, but he does still have his power punch gimmick, his power sword, which can actually store on the back. Pause for like so. And once more, he looks pretty good. Now, but what's He-Man without Battle Cat? So let's get Battle Cat out. It's Battle Cat number 3 in the line. And he's a very large McDonald's toy. Set him back and open up Battle Cat real quick. And here we have the Battle Cat figure. Like I said, he's a very large toy. You actually have articulation in all 4 legs and a swivel at the tail. He's nicely detailed. All the stripes are painted on. Get the eyes. Painted at least as well as the original Masters figures from the 80s. He has, of course, a saddle for He-Man, which plugs on and is part of a battle feature, if we can get it to sit, where you can hit it with a weapon provided in another toy and it will send the saddle up in the air. For some reason they wanted you to be able to blow up Battle Cat. I don't quite understand that, but let's get He-Man on there, shall we? Yeah, and there they are together, and yeah, they look a little janky, but McDonald's toys, so not bad. It's adequate. As you can see here, yeah, sculpting and detailing is very nice actually on Battle Cat. And you have this shield that looks like the classic He-Man shield, or at least some version of it, and some sort of energy weapon. Pretty nice little toy set, very nice. But that's enough of the good guys. Let's have a look at the bad guys, starting with Skeletor. And here we have Skeletor. Skeletor is immediately recognizable, but with a bit more embellishment over the classic 80s design. This particular copy came to me loose, so no poly bag, sadly. But he does still have his Havoc staff, which is also nicely sculpted and more or less accurate to the cartoon. Lots of techno-organic detailing. I guess this was a bit of a saber-toothed goat. Wouldn't want to meet one of those. But he has all the same play features as He-Man. No posability in the shoulders, but he does have a power punch built in. And the Havoc staff fits directly into his hand, like so. Yes. Ah, well. This isn't like an expert review or anything. This is just for me for fun. But we'll just put that right there. Doesn't he look great? Now, he looks kind of lonely. So we'll get out his own pet, the mighty Panther, with a battle accessory that leaves me confused because I still don't understand why you would give the villain the ability to blow up the good guy directly. But more of that in a moment. And here we have Panther, looking pretty gnarly. I think he's more or less the same sculpt as Battle Cat, which matches with the line traditionally. The only real difference being that the heads are very different. This one is terrifying. He almost looks undead with these glowing yellow eyes and that nasty snarl. Feet look more or less the same though. And he's got this very cool power armor and a mounted cannon, which you can take off. But more importantly, you can shoot it at He-Man, and Panther will... Well, nope, didn't work that time. Oh well. Yes! He-Man is defeated. Of course, you can put Skeletor. Ooh, get out of the light there. Right on top. And ride him into battle. And he sits maybe just a little bit better than He-Man does on his mount, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can take that off there. Take the gun off slowly. Pop. Yep. It's all falling. There we go. That's a little better. There's those two together. And let me pick He-Man back up, put him back on his ride. But here's this set, and I think they're pretty nice, especially for, you know, cheap McDonald's toys. Are they as good as the original versions? No, not at all. But if I was a kid and I had these, and I couldn't find the others in the line, as was often a problem for many characters in the line, the main line, I'd have been content. Oh, one bonus character. Unfortunately, he doesn't have all of his weapons. I found him at a secondhand game shop. But here we have Beastman, who's quite large. Originally had a plastic whip, but sadly it is missing. Beastman, like Skeletor and He-Man, has the same power punch ability, so you could do this and burn. But his is a little worn out because he's a little too loved, I suppose. He's definitely someone played with this toy quite a bit. Still, you can get in here, you can see there's a bit of fine paint detail. You get the nasty yellow teeth and the yellow eyes and little bits of face paint. Bit of silver chain there on the chest going down to his distinctive bit of armor. Pretty cool looking figure. Now, his original play feature, though, he had a whip as his signature for the Beastman character. He had a little button on the back, and you could make him do that and, I guess, whip He-Man with it. But, once again, this poor figure, he's just been through so much. Unlike He-Man and Skeletor, though, Beastman here has articulation in both shoulders, so you can move them around, which is strange. I don't know why they wouldn't have gone the extra mile with these two, but you know, once again, McDonald's toys, what can you do? So anyway, that's been a quick look at a few nostalgia pieces from He-Man's past. I hope you enjoyed this video.